Hollingsworth and Richard Auger from Auger Hollingsworth, back with Ask the Expert. Very happy to have a caller on with us. Edith is on the line. Good morning, Edith.
Good morning.
What is your question for Auger Hollingsworth?
If you were taking a driving holiday, like out of province, or secondly, out of the country, like Florida to the States, do you have to notify your car insurance ahead of time?
Yeah, so for a short driving trip, you don't have an obligation to notify your insurance company. If you ever had a policy where you told the broker that you never left the province, then you could have an issue, but that's very unlikely.
Right.
Where you'd want to notify your insurance is if it's sort of more than kind of a 2 to 3 week vacation where you're gone for an extended period of time. Snowbirds who take their cars to Florida or Arizona for 6 months, I would definitely notify my insurance company because they may want to do an adjustment or
Okay.
at least have it on file. Or if you're a snowbird and you're leaving your car in your garage for 6 months, you may be able to actually get a reduction in your premium while you're not using the car. But I definitely want the insurance company to know that. But
Okay.
for a driving trip within Canada or the United States, sort of short duration, there's no obligation to notify upfront.
All right, so there you go. I hope that answers your question, Edith. Thank you very much for that question. Now, we've gone over the traveling abroad or wherever and a problem with the hotel that you feel that it was the hotel's fault. So basically what I'm getting away from the gist of all of this is when you're traveling in the United States, you're fairly well protected, much like you are at home, right?
Right.
Anywhere else, call first to figure out what's going on in that country?
Yeah, well, I think you just need to do your due diligence.
Okay.
Before you take on risk, you need to know, okay, what exactly is the risk? It's one thing to do sort of extreme sports and assume you're going to be covered. It's another thing to do extreme sports and realize I have no health insurance. I have no way of evacuating back to Canada if
Well,
I'm
yeah, I
injured.
want to ask you about that actually.
Yeah.
Okay, so I go ahead and buy extra health insurance.
Yes.
What do I need to be asking before I purchase that health insurance? You said don't do the
Right,
like,
which we've all done.
at the airport. Like, we'll just get some. There you
Yeah, they ask your birth date and the dates you'll be gone, and they give you the premium.
Yeah.
That's called reverse underwriting, and basically you pay the premium, and you'll find out after the fact if they're going to cover you.
Yeah.
If you're young and healthy and have no health conditions, it's probably going to be just fine.
go. Okay.
Once you get to be a certain age and you do have some pre-existing situations, you want to make sure that you investigate the policy, see what the exclusions are. Very, very often, these healthcare insurance programs have exclusions for anything related to a pre-existing. So if you have asthma and you're hospitalized because of an asthma attack, you may not be covered.
Okay. Wow.
So you want to make sure you've investigated that. Chances are you can buy coverage that'll cover you if you need that, but it's going to be at a different premium than what they give you over the phone at the airport.
Really quickly, if you did your due diligence and suddenly they're not honoring that agreement,
Yeah, then you need a lawyer.
okay,
Right.
then you need a lawyer.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, we face that a lot where people have purchased coverage after the fact, come back, they submit their claim, the claim's denied.
Okay.
And so sometimes it's small amounts and you can negotiate.
I don't know. If you break an arm and you go to the ER in the United States and then you get further taken care of there, you're you'd be above $10,000.
Private medical
Oh, yeah.
fees is tens of thousands
Yeah.
and travel back and
I mean, it's shocking to a Canadian who takes it
Yes.
for granted.
Yeah, we heard about that lady who ended up having a baby. That was in
Right.
the news a few weeks ago, and it was $64,000 or some large amount.
Right.
So if that's a situation, it's worth having a consultation with a lawyer.
I guess so, rather than just paying that, which I don't know very many people who could just do that.
Yeah, just write a check.
Just
No
write-
big deal.
We'll take it out of the savings. No,
Yeah.
that's not reasonable for most people. So
Right.
you want to make sure of that and do your homework. I think the takeaway here is do your homework before you travel. You're going to
Yeah.
get that insurance. Make sure you look at all the details.
Yeah, don't
Yes.
assume OHIP's going to cover you because it's very limited.
I think a lot of lawyers will tell you, go ahead and read that fine print.
Yeah,
huh?
that's it. That's
it's
it.
worth the time. Do
Yeah.
it once and then feel good about it afterwards. All
Yeah.
right.
So the information we talked about today is on our Facebook page, actually.
Yeah.
Actually, this is our website. It's also on our website. So
Okay.
the blog is sort of below here. It's
Scroll down.
askbrenda.ca. All of the information about traveling is on the website, so
There
you'll
it
be
is.
able to get that.
All right. Thank you very much, Brenda and Richard.
Thank you.